It's like the hoops you had to go through for this. Hold on.
We're live, right?
Just went live. Okay.
Oh, I see it now.
All right. Addressing it with the mailman. I'm your host, JP Cower. Welcome to the show tonight. We got a good show tonight. We've got some awesome guests coming on. And you can find me on Instagram at one mailman. And also, we're live on YouTube right now. And if you'd like to check me out on JP Comedy on Facebook, JP Cower Comedy on Facebook. And like I said, we do have some special guests tonight to talk about everyday events and topics. And, like one of the topics we're going to talk about tonight, I was like, how do you feel about the lack of stage time? Because we've got so many comedians right now in here. I like to hear that. And if any of them feel like there might be some difficulties getting back on stage. And then also I have some other things I saw on the news today I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to get y'all's opinion on like people are making these custom made face masks. Are they going to be matching their shoes and their purses? I mean, what's going on here? I mean, it's a relatively new market. People are going to start monetizing on that shit. And then a Florida woman allegedly violated the stay-at-home order. She said she thinks she had COVID-19 anyways. And she was out and about and she got arrested. Apparently, if you get arrested during this stay-at-home order, they're going to quarantine you for 14 days. Yeah, I just saw that. I was like, wow. Okay. And then Michigan couple's wedding to be attended by cardboard cutouts. I mean, they're going through with it, I guess, but they got cardboard cutouts. Woman discovers she's the only person on the flight. So now you jamming, right? You like Bill Gates or Robert Kraft or any of these billionaires. And then the other day I bought a lottery ticket, and I thought to myself, buying a lottery ticket now doesn't really mean shit. Even if you win, you still have to wait. I mean, I'd enjoy winning, but what are you gonna do? Nothing. So it's like, yeah, okay, patiently wait. And then a medical fetish site has donated all their medical stock of disposable scrubs to the medical industry. Okay. And then this last one I thought was pretty funny is there is a policeman. He's not in the States. It's in Europe. He's a motorcycle cop. And he is wearing a helmet that looks like the coronavirus. So when he pulls people over, he is scaring the hell out of people. So we're gonna talk about that, and I want to introduce our special guest. We have the normal suspects. We got Vinny P. You can find him at Stand Up Jesus. We got Annie Gallagher here tonight, and it's Pinchy Penny Stand Up, I believe. Pinchy Penny. Hold on, I'll let her say it. Your Instagram is
Penny Pinching Pinup, or the Penny Pinching Pinup. I don't know. I should probably revise that.
Okay, all right. And then we got Kevin Ben. What? Okay, I'm gonna unmute you guys. Okay, so we're gonna do this round robin of conversation. Then we have another guest here, my friend Pookie F baby in Ghouls, Florida. What is going on, my man? You doing all right?
What's up, brother? Yeah. We just chilling.
Okay. We're gonna get going, and then we also have at Vic Fern on Instagram, Victoria Fernandez. She's a doll. She's a host at one of the shows that Miami Comedy runs. She on Thursday nights. She works with Joe Bob, which we had here last night. So she's got She's got a seat at school every night. We learned some weird stuff about Joe Bob last night. I wish you
I'm
would.
sure
You're
you did.
sure, but you probably already
Oh
know.
yeah.
She
I
might
probably
even have a
know, but-
story or two. I don't know. But before we go into that, I do want to talk about the first topic. And I thank you guys for being here on this show. I do want to talk about, hey, how do you feel about missing this stage time right now? I mean, Victoria, how do you feel about it?
I don't mind it really. And I know that's like, oh my God, like how can I? But this is a great time for comedians to focus on other things like writing.
Or doing shows like this.
Or doing shows like this, podcasts. I mean, you could do virtual shows. I haven't done one yet, but
I told you earlier, I was like, I don't think I'm into the whole virtual mic thing. And we kind of had a discussion about that. How about you, Pookie? Are you into the virtual mic thing?
No, I'm not. Not at all, man. I like to feel the crowd, man. Feel the audience when I'm making them laugh, man. I don't like all that, man.
I agree with you 100%, man. I agree with you. And then I know the rest of these guys, they feel the same way about like the laughs are what we needed. But you're right, Victoria. This is a good time for people to jump on other opportunities. I mean, and do other things. They say when you're in the comedy business, putting more irons in the fire is a good thing, right?
is that a saying? I haven't heard of that, but it's
Well,
a good one.
Mr. Joe Rogan, Joey Diaz, they all
So,
say
I mean, it's very true. I will say I'm like struggling a lot with doing that. So it's very difficult just to sit down and be like, I'm gonna try to make jokes,
Okay. You're struggling with that right now?
Well, I guess like you don't really know if a joke is good unless you say it in front of people and they laugh or not, right?
Right. And you
I
don't
guess
know
there's
if that
certain-
joke's really good either if you say it in front of Kevin, because Kevin does this whole, oh, it's pretty funny. So yeah, you also have to watch who you bring it to. I mean, no, Kevin's a good judge of it, but the way he answers you, it's funny sometimes, right, Kevin?
Yeah, man. Like, if you come up to me with like your first joke, I'm gonna laugh. But you come up to me like your 80th, is this funny joke? I'm gonna be honest with you, it is funny, but it's not hit me like the way it would the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you, man. I feel you. I feel you.
I feel you on that.
It was relatable to what Victoria was saying,
Yeah.
and I've had that conversation with you before, Kevin. So
Third time this week. Okay.
was it the third time this week? Well, we had it private though. This is on live now, so this is different. This is a different, Annie, you're new to the comedy scene. Do you feel like you have to run your jokes by people, or you just go out there and do it?
Well, the first time I ever went up, I just like drank a couple beers and just hoped for the best and talked about whatever was in my brain at the time. But I haven't, been very focused on it since I started. I'm still new to everything. And literally right before all of this pandemic kind of happened, I was talking with Kevin. I'm like, I think I'm really going to focus and try and do things now. And then the universe got in the way.
Yeah, I feel you. I saw a friend that was supposed to remember that girl we met that was supposed to be going to West Palm Beach Improv, and she got laughs on her first
Yeah.
and the show got canceled. Yeah.
Baller.
Abby.
Huh? Abby Baller.
Yeah. Her first opportunity to go on like a real stage like that got canceled.
Yeah.
Damn.
And some of us have been making some good progression in our career. I see Pookie's been busy, man. I see you've been getting out there, and now everything just stopped. How's that feel for you?
Just stop. Man, listen, I was crushed. I mean, I was getting shows, gigs. And next thing you know, everything just stopped. Took a complete stop. But the good thing about this is you get to work on material, either old material or new material. You get to tweak your old material and you get to work on some new stuff. Just the bad part about it, you don't got no audience to tell it in front of. Like you can't tell it in front of nobody. But like I said, man, it's just a gift and a curse right now. But yeah, I was doing a lot of things.
Pookie, there's an honest guy in this room. I'm gonna say for the fourth time, Kevin. He will tell you if your joke is good or not. I know you
Hey,
just meet Kevin,
actually-
but Kevin's one of my good
Hey.
friends. I love this guy to death, and he is a funny dude.
Actually, I agree with him 110%. You know who do that a lot?
Who?
Ryan Barrett. If you ever met Ryan Barrett, Ryan
Oh,
do
yes.
that all the time.
Oh,
The
is it
whole
funny?
time
Is
at an
it
open
funny
mic.
or not with his like
Yeah.
scratchy voice? Yeah.
Ryan do that all the time though. But hey, man, good shit, bro. I'm with you 100%, man.
All right. What about you, Vincent?
I don't know, man. I've been just doing other things instead. I don't know. Try not to think about it too much. And I'm always writing anyway, so that doesn't change.
Right.
Try to keep busy otherwise, to not going on stage sucks, but there's no replacement for it. So
Yeah.
there's no reason.
Yeah, that's why that's partly why I created this forum with you guys to like
Right.
get up here and talk about these things, because I think these are important things to talk about, and we can learn from each other, and
Hell yeah.
and
You could just turn anything into your stage, though. You know what I mean? Like, I was just telling jokes while I was waiting for a washing machine to fill up with water today. I had to fix somebody's washing machine. The water to fill up, and that takes like 8 minutes.
did they say get this pervert out of here or what?
I keep bombing in front of my cat. She's a real tough crowd.
Yeah.
You know?
I've been doing that, man. I've been annoying my family. That's the thing. Like it's just up to everyone. I just like, you never lose that itch to like get a reaction. Pitching stupid ass jokes to my little sister, my mom, just trying to see something. Like, come on, like work something.
What would you do if you just saw a bunch of comedians standing at the red lights, walking down the street, going, "All right, two guys walk into, going down the line of cars."
Straight up
Hang out at bus stops.
With a sign, please listen to my joke. Tell me if this is funny. You walk down the red light with a sign.
Hey, if you're gonna tell those street jokes, tell them from 6 feet away, okay?
I think the comedian Mark Norman was doing something like that. He was like posting on his Instagram. He would go out in New York City and just be like talking to random people passing by.
I saw that, and he even said something about, I'm working on my delivery. He was like, he did a mailman.
What's his
joke
name?
in that bit? Mark Norman. He's in New York City. Yeah. He's kind of like Seinfeld-esque, I would say, if I was gonna compare him. Like, but he's a little broader. He's a little.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up.
He'll go dirty though.
Yeah,
he'll go
he's
dirty.
a little dirtier than Seinfeld.
But to me, he's got, I don't know, there's something about him. I don't know.
It's,
I enjoy him. He's funny.
Somebody like described it. I don't know if it was you, but it was like someone described him as having like a formula to his style. So it's sort of like you perfected what he does to the point where if you've seen him like 20 minutes of him and the way he delivers a joke and the way that he thinks and formulates it, you're gonna get it every time. It's sort of like when a joke gets Seinfeldified. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like with the airplane joke. Like that was shit in 82, 81. First time he said an airplane joke, he probably crushed the room. But like after a while of doing that observational humor, you get that formula down.
Yeah. He does. He does have that observational humor, and he's a funny dude. He's up and coming.
Funny.
Yeah. He's been on Rogan and all that stuff. He's a funny person. Definitely. Okay, so we are going to. All right, so lack of stage time, we're all missing that. Some of us are okay with doing maybe a virtual mic, but I feel like I need the laughs. I need the live audience. That's me. But do you also, let's talk about these custom made face masks. Okay, last night I talked about face mask and that one dude that just went to Publix and he was going through there like the honey badger, like he don't give a fuck. He had no gloves, no mask, and he was the guy looked like 50 years old. And I was like, dude, you're just like, I would wear the mask. I don't know. But What do you think of these custom masks? Have you seen this? People are gonna start looking like Sub-Zero or Scorpion from Mortal Kombat or some shit.
Get over here.
No, get away, get away,
Get away.
get away, get away.
It's that. I think it's that clout shit. It only takes generation would see these masks. Like, it's gonna save my life now, but it don't match my Nikes. You know what I mean? Like, don't.
I'm trying
like,
to tell you.
like, yo, like, I can't, this shit ain't gonna work for me. Like, do you need? You know what I mean? Like, that's the generation that we're, man. You got branded face masks. Pretty soon, you got the right branded face mask. You a bitch. You know what I mean?
Look,
I agree.
Kev,
100%.
go ahead. Sorry,
I'm
go
trying
ahead.
to get one of those ones that's made out of a bra. You seen that shit?
No,
I think it's just a bra.
It
It's
is.
just a bra, yeah.
Yeah,
People
put
are
a
just
bra
putting
on.
bras on and going.
Oh, okay. I was just.
Oh,
I saw a
crazy.
guy, he put on a pair of
Right.
panties today. A guy put on a pair of panties. Some guy sent me this video. The guy's wearing panties and he's like wearing the panties as the face mask. And then he's like, smells like Long John Silver's close by. So bad.
Oh shit, that's messed
So
up.
I
laughed
have
at
a
it.
face mask. I have a face mask, but I didn't know how to like put it on today. Like I was very confused because there's like two things, and you gotta.
Yeah.
I put it like so like one was around my neck, and then I was like
Yes.
out in public like that. And,
Yeah, you put one around your neck first and the other one goes on the top half.
But it's supposed
Or
to
you
be
have the
around
ear
here.
ones. Well, you have side ones too. You have different
I don't know which
masks.
one it is.
Yeah, I
I
messed
should
up
have
on
brought
mine.
my own. That's the thing. Like I should have just made my own.
Well,
I
if-
slept.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry about that.
Bro, go ahead.
Okay. Now I slept with mines on the other day, and when I woke up, I had morning breath, and that's what woke me up because you know the mask covered your breath. I was like, boy, I need to change my toothpaste because this shit ain't working. Like I wanted to switch masks. Like it was crazy. Like I don't know what I ate. I think I dreamed I ate an alligator or something because my breath was like fucked up. I never in a million years would think my shit was like that. But hey, you win some, you lose some.
Did your woman push you out of bed or some shit? Or did she
I hate-
put
you
the
know what?
mask on you?
You know one thing about my wife? My wife likes to talk to you in the middle of the night, like her breath don't fucking stink. I don't like that. I'm not with that shit.
Oh,
I used to
God.
live in
I agree with
Asia.
Kev, black people.
What's that?
I think he's frozen.
He's
I was saying
frozen.
I used to live in Asia and they've been face masking for years. Like that's just what they do over there, regardless if there's a global pandemic or not. And they have that shit bedazzled. Like
So that's
they
like
will
a-
accessorize
shit.
their face mask with anything.
Oh yeah, definitely. They've
Wow.
bedazzled. Hey, I can imagine Annie. You know who's got a matching leopard print face mask right now?
I
Carol
know
fucking
exactly.
Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
Carol
That bitch.
fucking
That
Baskin.
bitch, Carol Baskin.
And I bet, hey, Pookie, have you watched The Tiger King on Netflix?
Bro, I've been trying to. I just see a dude who look like the bounty hunter dude with tigers. I've been trying to look for it for the longest, bro. Where do I go?
Talk about it. You look like Dog about it.
He look like Dog the Bounty Hunter, don't
You
he?
like Dog about it with
Like
tigers.
I
Dog
feel
the
ya.
Bounty Hunter.
So
He
true.
look like
5
Dog
years
the Bounty
after he
Hunter.
got AIDS.
All
It's
right,
the same vibe.
Pookie.
It's the same vibe.
Pookie, you think all white people look alike? Is that what it is?
No, man, he's right.
Oh,
he's
oh
right.
hell no.
It's the same type of fuckery.
No, they
Put it
don't.
on.
Cause Kim
I'm just kidding.
Kardashian don't look like Taylor Swift, and I love Taylor Swift. That's my crush.
She's like the
I love
whitest
Taylor
white
Swift.
person.
But that's my baby. I be singing her songs and shit when I'm in the hood selling dope. Like for real. And she got a song called "We Are Never Ever Ever Getting Bad
Back
Together."
together.
That's my shit.
It's catchy. It's one of
It's
the songs that
catchy,
come on
right?
the radio, and
It's
you're about to change it. You're like, nah, let that shit.
Let that shit bump.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of music, we lost a good one. Bill Withers.
Bill Withers.
Yes,
Ooh.
yes.
Ain't no sunshine.
Ain't no
Ooh,
sunshine.
Lean on Me. He had a song called "Lean on Me."
Yeah, lean on me.
He made Lean on Me too.
Yep, he made "Lean on Me."
Mhm.
And Lovely Day.
Use Me.
Use
That's one of my
Me.
favorite
Me.
songs.
It's me, I know.
Yeah.
That
talk-
bass.
American
When
icon.
I'm Kissing My Love. Better Off.
Yeah.
That's really good songs. He's got a lot of good albums. Look him up.
Yeah. Ode to that guy.
Excuse me,
man.
what song did you just say? What song did you just say? I want to look it up.
The last one I said was Better Off Dead, but When I'm Kissing My Love, also a really good Bill Withers tune.
Yeah,
Look
that
up
one.
Use Me.
When
Look
I'm
up
Kissing
Use
My
Me.
Love.
That's a
Use
good
Me
one.
is good too. He's
And
got
Use
that
Me?
groove. Yeah,
Use
all
Me.
those songs. He's got that good groove. That guy. It's just like
Yeah.
his music,
Funky.
fucking like it's good for walking down the street. You know what
Wow.
I'm saying?
That's how you describe funky music.
Wow.
That's how you
Yeah.
describe funky music. Like
We're
music that's
walking
walk
down
down
the
the street too.
Wow.
So walking
Yeah.
down, he does it. He gets you moving. He gets you pushing people out of your way.
Oh yeah. So okay, last night I told you guys on our group chat, I was like, man, I'm about to make a meme. And I didn't make the meme, but the idea of the meme last night was basically a picture of Joe Exotic, like handing a beer to a Florida man, going, hold my beer, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Hold
But-
on, what?
I was just thinking, we've got the Florida man and we get a lot of shit for that, And then today we got the Florida woman. This woman being arrested. Okay. She was arrested for being not obeying the stay-at-home order, and she's possibly positive with the COVID-19. So now she's going to be locked up for 14 days at the minimum till she tests negative. So people that are wanting to get out and do their thing during this time, man, I guess they're not playing, man. I guess they're not playing. 14 days sitting in the slammer. What do you think would happen? What would you do if that happened? Vincent?
Well, to be honest with you, I was thinking about that today when I was in the line at Wendy's. Like, I didn't know you could actually be arrested for that. Like, traffic
That's
was
crazy.
kind of deep today. Like, I went out, I really did get Wendy's. So it's of my concern, and I don't want to be biased, but I think she should get a little leniency. You don't know what she was going through, what she had to do.
Is this motherfucker doing curls while we're talking here?
What? Multitasking.
I just muted him. Let me unmute him.
What's up?
What the
Bro,
hell are you
y'all
doing,
got my
bro?
undivided attention. Bro, I'm listening. Listen, man.
I started talking. That's the worst I ever bombed in my life. I said one bad joke. This nigga started curling.
No, bro, don't do me like that.
This nigga turned away. He forgot he was on live TV.
Hey, actually.
He forgot on live TV.
No.
Like, let me get a workout.
No, man. All right.
Like, let me work on these biceps, bro.
Hey, JP, I swear, man, you got the rawest comedians, bro. I swear, every time I come around you, bro, you have the rawest comedians ever in life, man. I swear you do, bro.
Well, Kevin is a real good friend of mine, along with Vincent and Victoria and Annie. I love these ladies. I mean, they're amazing comics. They're all funny. I surround myself with good people, man.
Yeah.
And you know
Yeah,
what?
see.
Ask Kevin. I told him, you a funny dude, man. You are a very funny dude.
Oh, he's been hyping you up for like I've been wanting to meet you for like a good month because he's been hyping you up since day one. Real.
Nah, man, when this shit all over, man, I want everybody just to do a show together, man. Like, for
Where
real,
do
man. I
you
love
do
networking.
shows?
Well, me, everywhere. Like, really, I like to go to the Improv, like in Doral. But me and my wife just moved to Fort Lauderdale, so I'm ready to like try to branch out up here. It's kind of hard, but down
I know-
south.
Pookie, I know between Kevin and Vincent and Annie's getting the hang of the things. We know all the Fort Lauderdale, Broward,
We're Fort
Heights
Lauderdale
and
people.
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
The three of us are for
Okay,
Lauderdale.
well,
Hit me up,
cool.
I'll
Because
tell
I'm
you
in
where they're at.
Sunrise, Fort Lauderdale.
They're all closed right
man.
now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Hey, before I say this, JP had one of the most craziest jokes I ever heard in my life. The joke about the black people, what disease you said? What was the
Oh
joke?
shit! I don't say that anymore, though.
But what is it though? What's the
I've
joke?
been with so many black women. My dick has sickle cell now.
Listen, bro, when he said that shit, I had to look around the room to see if it's any girl in there named Lakita or La Shamika or something, because he was gonna get his ass whooped.
He was gonna get I told him that. The first time he told me, I'm like, good luck. First time he told me, I'm like, good luck, man.
Hey,
I walked
just
the
because
edge,
he
bro.
look like that, just because he looked like that dude from Lip Biscuit, that don't mean shit. Like they was gonna beat your ass, bro. Hey,
With
it's
my
Lil
Fred
Biscuit,
Durst
right?
looking ass.
Yeah, Fred Durst. The only reason why I know that because he did a song with Method Man a long time ago. For real. And every time I see
Oh
a
my
fucking
God,
mailman,
that's funny.
every time I see a fucking mailman, I think about you too, bro.
I delivered.
Every time.
Every time I see a mailman, I
That's
think
what you
about
think
my
about him a
girl.
lot.
I gotta go
Yeah,
back.
you're right. You're right.
Thanks.
She right.
Thanks, bro. You my dude. Victoria, have you been writing at all, or
I've
you
been
said
like
you were a little
pretending.
stuck? Okay.
I've been like, like typing things, but I mean, you have to. I don't know. I think the process is so different for everyone. So I'm trying to like figure out like what my process is like.
Well, anybody on this panel would help you if you need it. So feel free.
I do. And I do want to start reaching out to more comics and being like, how do you do it? I've talked to Kevin about it before.
Yeah.
Good, because he's a funny dude. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I like Kevin. Kevin cool.
I feel like the topic of this tonight is like how much we love Kevin.
Hold on, I'm about to mute him.
Bringing it back to like
Kevin's all right.
Kevin appreciation
Kevin's all right.
show.
Yeah. No, he's my dude. So we didn't really discuss that lady, the Florida woman, but hey, she was like, Florida man, hold my beer. I'm going to jail. Fuck it. I mean, what's wrong with these people?
Well, especially if she knew that she had the virus and was going out. That's reckless. That's inappropriate. Because at that point, just hold up. Like, that's the thing about quarantine. Like, it sucks. Like, I'm lonely, I'm isolated, but at the same time, it's like, at least I don't have to do anything. It's not like the government's like, hey, you have to, go out and like farm or like do some sort of manual labor. Like, I just have to watch Netflix and I can do that. So she could too.
Yeah.
You're allowed to go outside, right? Like, you're allowed to go outside. You're allowed to just go for a walk.
There's still an outside?
I'm
outside earlier. But it's like, they're not asking anything of me.
Bro, so I'm outside right now.
Oh, speaking of outside, I'm like walking around. I got on like a bathing suit to get some sun, and I was working on my car, and my neighbor like looks over and then looks away quick, and I'm like, what's going on? My bathing shorts were down so low that I was showing like my dick root. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the D'Angelo.
I think
the D'Angelo V.
But I couldn't see it because my gut was in the way of my dick root.
Bruh,
JP.
you white, JP. So it didn't show much. You white. Stop with the bullshit.
Hey Kevin, remember when I muted you last night?
Oh, this is a small version of a root. I was trying to think of it, and I don't know if it's a word. A sprout? I don't know.
A seedling?
It's a dick sprout?
The Dick Foundation?
Yeah, I just had a sprout. Yeah. But I was like, oh shit, maybe I should pull my pants up. I mean, okay. All right.
Did you not feel it? You didn't feel them?
No, I was just working on I was washing the car. I mean, I wasn't even thinking about it.
Right.
But I was like, why did they look at me weird? And I'm like,
well, is your
shit.
dick root covered by a dick bush?
I'm not going any further on this, okay? I'm not going any further. Yes, it is.
That's the first time I heard.
Hey,
that's the first time I ever heard somebody say Dick Foundation. That's a first. She said your Dick Foundation. I'm like, what is that?
Well,
college fund?
Anyways,
yeah. Bigger than
a cornerstone.
Yeah, I'm not going outside wearing those shorts again. Okay. All right.
Does that happen to guys? Like for girls, every once in a while, like sometimes like your tit just falls out, and like then you're like, oh no, like you got to put it back in. And
Yeah,
Does that
this
happen
is
with
like,
guys too? Like all of a sudden you're like, oh,
Doesn't
I didn't
happen with me.
realize.
well,
My
see,
teacher's
this
not
kind of
like-
answers Victoria. This answers a question like you were like you didn't feel that, and I'm like, I guess not, because like I know a lot of people wear their pants low and shit. They don't feel that. I mean,
Are people
you
still
know what I'm
doing
saying?
that?
They still do it. I see. I'm in
Yeah.
Miami. They still do it. They still
Yeah.
do
People
it.
still do it. Yeah, they
Yeah.
still do it.
They do.
But I just didn't notice it until after, and I was like, oh shit, I'm a shitty neighbor. Nobody wants to see that shit. I couldn't see it cut
You said
past
I'm
my
a shitty-
belly.
Or you're a great neighbor. It depends on what she was into, you know? Maybe you made her day.
Yeah, pretty much.
very true.
Agree.
Very true.
Agree.
I mean, everyone's
Agreed.
going a little stir crazy. Like, honestly, if I walked outside right now and I saw a dick, I'd kind of be excited about it. I haven't seen one in so long. I almost forget what they look like.
I went to Trader Joe's today. I was checking everyone out. I was everyone.
Where were you?
I went to Trader Joe's.
Oh, okay. And you
There's
were
some good
checking
dicks at Trader
everyone
Joe's
out?
too, and they're friendly dicks.
So nice. Everyone was
Did you-
talking to me like.
You got to bring your own bags though.
Did you see any
What
dick foundation or?
I saw. Can you define that for me? I'm still not really sure.
Has it been long enough to like the Hawaiian shit?
The pubic bone is a technical term, I think, for it, but like it's like right above. It's right between the belly and the dick. You've seen it before, where pubes will be.
What is it called?
It's up the dick. You know what I mean?
Dick roots.
It's what's
This
like.
thing got
The
it.
roots holding this dick in.
Exactly.
It's where your abdomen connects to your butthole, if you can imagine that.
What?
I don't know. You lost me, bro. I don't know what.
Yeah,
need
I
a
was
new
just gonna
anatomy
say
book.
that, bro. I ain't
Can
even
you
know.
type it in the chat? Type it in the chat.
What's up?
Imagine the naked piece on Barbie that's missing. That's the root.
Yeah.
It's the D'Angelo V from the Untitled video.
Yes,
I know it
yes,
very
yes.
well.
See,
It's
I know,
just-
that's what I was saying. I told you that.
See?
He said it. I was like, D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
knew
he
that
did.
right away.
He did say D'Angelo.
Yeah, we
All
can't
right.
talk about that video too much because it kind of gets me. We have to
No,
change
no,
that.
Victoria, you gotta watch
No.
that video. Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I'm excited.
I totally did not know saying I did not know tonight saying Dick Root would turn Annie on.
Right? It's been a dry
She's
season
been
right
cooped
now.
up a little long. Okay.
So when I was in Korea,
That's funny.
I
That's
had like
funny.
no internet and no porn, so I downloaded that video, the D'Angelo Untitled video, and that was like
Wow.
what I would watch. And now it's kind of like a Pavlovian response. So every time I see that video or even hear the song, or even like sometimes even if I just see someone with cornrows, I just get like a little bit flustered. So thinking about the dick root, I think it's kind of I've trained.
No.
Somebody
Right,
just
we-
picked up like the ultimate Valentine's Day checklist for you right there. I'm gonna get that.
That's funny.
that
That is
funny.
hilarious.
That is
That's hilarious.
The day quarantine is over. A lot of niggas gonna eat. The day quarantine is over.
That's funny.
You can see it in their eyes right now. You can see like Victoria and them. They just imagine that day. Dick has never been more valuable than it is right now.
Yeah, I downloaded all
The
that.
price of dick is going up.
The price of dick is at an all-time high. This is a good time to invest in dick.
Just as like
Yeah.
my standards are like going lower too.
Exactly. That's
I'm
why.
in the same boat. And now anything goes too. Like I've had like 2 FaceTime calls with a stranger and I'm like, so what do you think about the future? Like what should we do?
That's
Like,
interesting.
You gotta
How
understand.
did that go?
I would
Oh
like to
my
hear it
God.
too. I would love to
Yeah,
hear it.
Yeah, how did
like
that
you
go?
you hadn't met them before.
no, it's just like from like, you meet people online and then like usually, you try and talk and then go out on a date, but now that's out the window. So like you're like FaceTime chatting with them.
Did you see the dick roots?
I haven't seen any dick roots yet. That's what's really been bumming me out.
Did you ask?
Wow.
I should ask.
Yeah, for sure. If you ask, you'll get them.
Did you ask?
You know what the problem was? I
Listen.
was asking to see their foundations, not their roots, and that's why it was lost.
Oh snap! I remember
Mm.
one day a girl asked me to see a dick pic, so I went on the internet, but I got the wrong picture of a dick. I got the white dick.
Oh my God.
Mistake. Cause I Googled dick pics, and then that thing, white dick came up. But I told her like, I don't know what to tell you. Must be a different picture or something. Like, yeah, but I gave her a white dick.
That's very unfortunate. 'Cause the other one
I just
probably-
said I I was
Thank you
albino.
thank you for handing out white dick pics like that, Pookie.
Hey,
This
man.
white guy
Wha-
appreciates that. Thank you.
White dick matters.
I think the saying should be when everybody gets out of this, it might be any dick matters at this point
Any
for a
dick
lot of women.
Exactly.
You absolutely right.
We'll make house calls that day, man.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad that little side note about what happened to me today brought some entertainment to this conversation, because I don't know, it's kind of embarrassing to bring up, but it was just like I was like, what the fuck?
I was a little bit more conscious of when you said male bathing suit. I didn't know what that was for. Like you said, oh, I went outside in a male bathing suit. I'm like, you wearing
in my bathing suit.
Oh, that's not why you call it a bathing suit? It's not a suit. It's gym shorts, right? That's what you.
No, I wore an actual bathing suit where you don't have to wear underwear either.
Yeah, it just has a nice little net that holds your.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a nice. They're nice bathing suits. They're from like some store in the mall or some shit. Like I don't know.
The bathing suit store.
Yeah, PacSun or some shit like that. All right, so next topic, okay? Michigan couple's wedding to be attended by cardboard cutout guests. What the fuck?
I feel like that's like the best case scenario for them. Like, who lives in Michigan?
Okay, I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna go around. I want to go around the table, and who is your cardboard cutout guest? Vincent, who would you have as a cardboard cutout guest in your wedding?
Wait.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Yeah. If you were to get married, like this Michigan couple,
yeah,
who would you make who would be like maybe like a favorite person or?
Oh, a favorite person?
Like a spoof.
James Brown.
There you go. Okay, I like it. Okay, Annie.
Maybe it's just because he's on the mind, but I'm gonna say D'Angelo again.
With the
although I don't know, like I might have to leave my husband at the altar if I saw. It depends on which version of D'Angelo. Like
any version.
You're right. Any version.
Like, stop lying to them. Stop.
Right. What if we put that cardboard cutout up with a microphone in it and then played that song?
If the cardboard cutout had like an open mouth that was like licking its lips like throughout it would be done.
All right. Kevin, how about you? Cardboard cutout guest. Who would it be?
Like, I don't really. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't have a cardboard cutout of anybody. Like, I think it's just, you know what I mean. Like, we can have. What the fuck am I gonna do with the cardboard cutout?
Right, I know.
Homer Simpson. If I'm gonna do something weird, I might as well go like a cartoon. If I'm gonna get a cardboard cutout.
Homer, put Homer on there.
Homer Simpson.
Okay, Victoria.
I don't know. It's a tough one. I was thinking like Zac Efron or something from like High School Musical because this is like my childhood. But I also would like one of me.
Oh, Zac Efron. He's gonna be showing some dick root, right?
But
I don't think so. I'm not that deep.
Okay, how about you, Pookie? Pookie, what do you got? What do you got?
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. Oh, nice.
Good answer.
That is a good answer.
Oh, we was just talking about that. That's somebody else who's
pretty hot.
The girl from Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
She's black friendly. Yeah.
Oh, she's black friendly.
She is. We were talking about white celebrities like that, black dudes, that are friendly to black people like that.
Yeah, we had that conversation. We did.
Sandra Bullock is one.
What do you mean by friendly?
I know Sandra Bullock.
Huh?
Like they adopt us if they can.
Yeah.
She probably already did.
She has 3 black kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah.
Something like that. And no, she kept them black. They got cornrows and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. I would be an idiot and I would do like a cardboard cutout of a dick. Fuck it.
What's your dick, bro?
The whole dick, not just the root.
And now
the foundation?
The root, stem, and the branches?
Yes, everything. Why not? Fuck it. I mean,
foundation.
At that point, it's a ridiculous wedding. You know what I mean? It's kind of a ridiculous wedding. I feel bad for them. Kind of like Victoria's birthday coming up. It sucks. What's that?
What's up? What'd you say, Vince?
I said, is that where the line is drawn for ridiculousness at cardboard cutouts?
For me, I mean, I just think it's like whatever.
I'm sorry.
I know. I agree. Okay. All right. So, what would you do if you got on a flight and you were the only person on the flight? Would you be just like changing seats or shit? Would the flight attendants like be strict and not let you go into first class? What would you do? What would you try to do? You were the only one on the flight besides the flight attendants.
I'd try to sit like near like the pilot, you know, get like a front row seat.
First class. I would go to first class and try to enjoy that stuff if they let me. I agree. What about you, Pookie?
I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I'll probably try to sit in every seat before we land. I don't know. I really don't. I'm afraid of heights, so I don't know what I'll do.
You afraid of heights? Okay. I don't like heights either, but I'll do. Okay. How about this? Did you guys see in the news? And I saw Kevin laughing about this, so I'm going to ask him what he thinks about it. It's kind of funny if they sneak something extra in there or something. But medical fetish site donates all their scrubs to the medical community. So, I mean, did they put some stick-on dildo in the pocket of one of those scrubs? I mean,
I was just thinking that, like, while you're getting surgery done on you, you look up and you see the scrub says "Daddy's bitch" or something. That's people go down under, man. Like it's
that'd be dope.
Turn this
like,
into a pandemic.
Like, the face mask is a gag.
Crazy.
Yeah,
You're gonna have some happy.
Face mask is like a ball gag in his mouth. This guy's doing surgery on me. I'm like,
hey, I'm in there with the ventilator on. I take it off and go, why is that doctor wearing crotchless scrubs? What the
exactly, like crotchless scrubs.
Shit.
Why is this zip up like this?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if I'm just an old man, but I was automatically assuming that it was gonna be like the nurse costume that the Halloween store has, and like nothing but smiles on all. There's like a bunch of old men like, I think I'm coughing, and like just a line of old men.
They're hitting that button.
Yeah.
Come help me, nurse.
Dropping their food on the side.
Yeah, a little skimpy nurse outfit and shit.
Yeah.
With a little, yeah. Okay, that's good.
I feel like anyone who wears those scrubs can get like coronavirus with like a side of herpes or something.
Oh shit! She went for the juggler.
Just saying.
2-for-1 special.
Oh my god!
I'd pay to watch you watch a movie.
Okay, all right.
Watch a movie?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
Policeman.
I'll definitely tell you about that offer.
Okay, policeman wears coronavirus helmet. I mean, it has the things coming out of it. And he's pulling people over and it's scaring children. I mean, really, could you take that police officer seriously with him wearing that shit or what? Annie?
I mean, I think like to pioneer a new fashion trend within the uniform, I support that. But I just feel like it would be kind of cumbersome in general to perform their duties with like that type of a helmet. So I don't really know what he's trying to accomplish on that. Unless if he's just trying to scare kids, then I feel like there's a bigger issue there that needs to be unpacked.
Right.
You mean that white children are being scared by those fucking helmets?
Okay. Listen, I think my man Pookie's got some kind of ADD or something. Look at it. He's fucking playing cards now.
Oh, I like that. Let him go, bro. This nigga. You turn around, he's trying to sell a story. He like whittling a chair. He's like making that's like different hobbies and shit. You turn back around, he's like lifting weights. You turn back around, he's like cooking and shit. This nigga's
I know. Every time I turn
Look at the
around,
stove like
this guy's
Bruh.
doing something.
the most productive listener ever, bro. You turn around and say like it's
It makes
I'm
me
a
think. It
therapist.
makes me
Like,
think.
lay
Remember
down.
earlier? Hold on, Pookie. Hold on. Hey, it makes me think earlier when Pookie had the camera off and on and off and on. What was he doing at that moment
Push ups.
that he had to actually take the camera off? Oh, Pookie,
For real.
Pookie, man, we love you, man. You here with us?
Hey,
Are you
bruh,
winning that
this
game by
is-
yourself or what?
Bruh, this is the most fun I had in the last past 2 goddamn weeks, man. Oh shit, y'all funny.
Oh man.
Y'all funny.
Well, you're a funny dude, and you deserve to be on the show,
For
and
real.
I appreciate
Funny.
you guys
Funny.
coming on.
This is funny as
Um,
shit.
But before we
I'm
end,
breath
we're
in the
coming
mask.
up on an hour. I mean, we can go longer if you want. Okay, I'll go till the break of dawn. Okay, I don't give a fuck, and I'm the oldest person here, so I don't want to hear your shit. But hey, I want to leave this moment for you guys that are guests here, Pookie and Victoria. If there was something that you saw or something that you wanted to say about something, and I'm gonna let ladies first, about like what's going on, or anything that you want to talk about. You want to run something by us? We're an open forum here, so I'd like to hear from you after everything. And I appreciate you coming on the show. I hope you had fun. And go for it, girl. Tell me what you got.
Yeah, this was fun. I don't know. I'm trying not to read the news really a lot. At first, like it was like I try to go on a lot of walks, and at first it was nice, like seeing all my neighbors and stuff. And I'm just like really tired of seeing everyone. So I don't like to go outside now. And like now it's becoming like a thing that I'm like, all right, I'm annoyed. Like let's get this over with.
Right. We are all annoyed with everything that's going on. I mean, it stinks too, because I mean, I got an older kid here that wants to go out and hang out with his friends, but he doesn't understand that, and that's, you have to be the parent, your parent, it's a crazy time. I don't know how things are going to change after this. Are they going to like sanitize mics or anything like this after this? Are people still going to be wearing masks after this? I really don't know what's going to happen after this. But I'm glad you look healthy. And I hope your family's healthy, and I hope everything's going well. And I appreciate you coming on the show. And you're right. It's a crazy time. We're stuck in a house. I mean, I have to work. I still work for the post office, so I'm out there in the elements. I didn't know that I was an essential employee, but yes. So,
How does it feel?
Kind of sucks because last week, I didn't work this week, but last week when I worked, a lady was like, "Can you hurry up? I need to get my mail," and like telling me to get out of her way. And I was like, "What the fuck?" I just handled that mail. I was like, no, I'm just kidding. But people are getting a little crazy, So I don't mind being off this week, and hopefully things settle down a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. And Pookie, you got anything to say or?
Yeah, I got 2 things as a comment perspective and a comment perspective. First thing is, how do y'all handle nervousness before y'all get on stage? Just a question.
All right. Who wants to go first?
I mean, personally, I'll go first. I like to drink alcohol. Like one or 2 drinks is good. Too many is not good, but like a little bit is good. And I always like to try to get like a little bit of silence before I get up there, and try. I don't know. That's like take a moment when I get up on stage to, I guess, not think about it, and then just think. And I don't know. That's
How about you, Victoria?
I take like 3 breaths to like just, I tell anyone who's talking to me to shut up, and then I take 3 breaths, and then I'm pretty much good to go. So
I think I've heard that. Shut up. Okay. You, Kevin, how about you?
I try to turn nervous energy into energy, so I start dancing.
Yes, when you're dancing, I know some shit's gonna happen. When you're feeling it, when you're like in a good space.
Interesting.
How about you, Annie?
That's
I mean, you're
interesting.
new at this, so how do you feel about when you go on stage? What do you feel?
So I mean, I need to know how to deal with that nervousness better too, because I get so nervous before I go on, and so I just have to kind of
I do
take
too.
a deep breath, like Victoria said, and just go up there. I kind of like forget everything and then just figure it out.
Yeah. I feel the same way, Annie. I get really nervous. I like start like, oh, what am I gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. And I get in this little spin, and then I go up there, and sometimes it's fire, sometimes it's not. It happens. But I get really nervous every time I go up. I started doing this thing like, because I know my jokes and I know where I'm going with them. Now I like go up there and I'm like, I'm not gonna overthink it. And I actually do like a little thing where I go like flex my muscles for a minute. I don't know. It helps. It helps.
The power stances. They say that helps, like when you get into power movement.
I heard that somewhere and I started doing it and it feels like, okay, it's a little relaxing, But I have noticed that when I don't feel it, I can tell when I don't feel it, and it's almost like I know I should go home, but you're already there. How you get past that is where that's what takes the time, I think, where you can learn to grow and be able to get past that, even though you don't feel it that night.
Yeah, but okay, like I think the really crazy thing is even if you feel that way, that might not be like I've seen you feel that way and I felt that way and we've gone on and we've had good sets. Just because you're not feeling it doesn't mean it's the product you're going to put out. The audience doesn't know what's going on in your head or what you're going through that day so you might go out there and their energy might feed you to not only feel better but have a good set, or we can just have a good set from the jump.
Right. Okay.
Being nervous is not necessarily a bad thing. There's people that think that if you're not nervous, then you're either not challenging yourself or you're not doing something that's like worthwhile. If you're not nervous that it might not work out, you got to be like always trying to push yourself. Like,
Pookie, a guy that I listen to, I know Vincent listens to, I think Kevin's been getting into him. I don't know about the rest of you, but Joey Diaz, he gets like almost panic attacks where he like attacks and he will like roast people and mess with them before going on because he's so nervous. And he's been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy was in The Sopranos. This guy's been in The Longest Yard. I mean, and he still gets nervous. And he says, if you ain't getting nervous, you ain't doing it right. So, and then he also, the way he ends it, he goes, if you ain't nervous, you ain't doing it right, cocksucker.
Wait, what you do?
Hold on, two of y'all.
Me?
Yeah, what do you do, Pookie?
Okay. Me, honestly, I don't know. Like I said, my first joke is the same joke I do like all the time. So after that first joke hit, then that really opens me up. But before I get on stage, cause drink, smoke, I don't do nothing. So basically, I don't know. I just analyze the crowd. I'll probably talk to the nearest comedian next to me, but that's why I asked. I just want to try to do something, get a different ritual to do before I get on stage, so I don't be that nervous. Even though I know I'm funny as hell, but I still get super nervous, super duper nervous.
We all
that's
do.
That's why I'm asking you guys.
And your first joke hits, and it's a good opener. That like once you find that one opener, you almost want to stick with it because then you can throw like the other jokes, like maybe throw a couple new jokes in. I don't know. There was a system that like Ralphie May used to talk about, like trying to do a couple new jokes every set. That I talked to Grant Tolliver about. Oh, what the hell's Pookie doing now?
No, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just saying.
I was just messing with you. But
he's probably fixing the stock market. He's been so productive out of all of us.
I don't know. What the hell, man? You're rearranging? Are you doing the same thing?
You're doing it. You don't even know.
Nah. I got one more thing I want to say. I got one more thing that I wanted to ask everybody. What was the worst bomb you ever had? The worst bomb you ever had on stage? Like the worst ever.
There's been so many I forgot. I mean,
No,
really.
bro. No, you funny as
There's
hell.
always
JP, I want you to go first on this one. I ain't trying to
I
take
can't
just
even
want you to
I
go
can't
first on
remember.
this.
I bet you Kevin or Vincent would tell you which one it was for me before I remember, because I really try to cancel those out. I don't know.
I remember it was a Gypsy Moon.
Which one?
It was
When-
where?
it was
Gypsy
a
Moon
Gypsy
early on. Okay.
Early on. Oh
Okay.
God, it was bad. Like when I mean like it was is when you bombed, you don't do this anymore. But when a joke didn't land when you first started, rush, it would destroy your entire set. So you would start looking down, you stop looking at the audience, you start mumbling, and it got really creepy and weird, and it got silent, and it went on for about like 7 or 8 minutes. But you never
Wow.
I
but you
think I
recovered from
remember that now.
heavy.
I
You
think
recovered
I
great.
I think I
Doesn't
remember that now, but that was early on. I was
That
like,
was early on.
you know,
Yeah,
a lot of people went to the improv classes. I kind of just went out there and started doing it, and like had no structure, no idea what I was doing, and just went out there and just got on stage, and learned while I was on stage. And I think that like helps. Matter of fact, when I went away from Miami and I was going up with you guys a lot, I was learning from you guys a lot. That helped, because when I went back to Miami, they were like, "Oh shit, he's doing a lot better." They thought I quit. Manny
Wow.
told me he thought I quit comedy because I didn't go there for a long time. Just a long
Miami's a
time.
hard
Wow.
place to grow as a comic, for real.
It's tough.
It's a tough place to
Yeah,
grow.
it is.
You'll get up more and be able to be you'll be able to get up more in Fort Lauderdale and Pompano and Boca and all those places.
The
The crowd's
Miami?
not the same though.
I think so. Although Miami is starting to get better about having more rooms and stuff. They're doing more and more, but
I mean, you can go to something almost every night of the week. I'm not really sure what it's like up near you guys.
yeah, I
In
just
Fort
think
Lauderdale?
Yeah.
no. Yeah. Like if you're a new comic and you're trying to get up, you're gonna end up waiting a lot. And I didn't have to, I circumvented that by going to the northern mics,
Yeah, that I remember that.
because there's more showcases in Miami where you have to wait to go to the open mic afterwards. And a lot of times I was there like so long because you want to get on the mic early so you can go home at a decent hour. And then you're so long, you end up drinking. I do.
Yeah.
I do. You end up drinking. You're like, oh fuck, I'm a little turned up here, you know. But when you get good enough, and then you go back to the showcases on Miami, you can have a really good time. And I do appreciate what Miami comedy does.
Yeah,
the Miami
100%.
scene, you know?
Wow.
But yeah, you
Best
got
place in
to have some cred to go to Miami, because Miami's a different crowd too compared to Fort Lauderdale and Pompano and all this. You can learn a lot in Miami. I learned a lot from I had Joe Bob on last night. He taught me a lot. Even JJ taught me some things. Another host in Miami, talking to Victoria. We kind of like were starting about the same time, right, Victoria? I think about
Yeah,
the same.
kind of.
You got a little less than a year, or almost a year now, right?
It'll be a year in July.
July. Okay. She's got a few months less than me, but she's doing it, man. She's a killer out there. I love her comedy. And if you know her comedy, you're gonna love it too. I don't know if you've heard it before. Shout out,
Wow.
girl. It's like my daughter
Thank
in the
you.
comedy world.
Yeah, really.
We said that a long time ago.
Yeah, we've said it before.
Yeah. And then, but those are good questions, Pookie. And I think I'm going to stop the live stream now, but I want to thank you guys for coming on, and tell your friends to subscribe to this channel, because we're going to continue doing this. We're going to end this for this week and start back up on Monday, especially during this quarantine. And we're gonna get up here, and if you got questions we want to ask, add them on the comments, and I'll look at the comments on YouTube or Facebook and whatnot. And thanks for joining me on Addressing It with the Mailman.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
JP.
yeah. Thank y'all.